and I'm going to give you a chance to do it right now. Because here's Johnny Cash in the Tennessee Blues, the Tramp.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, tonight when we came down, we had planned to tell the people that there was no way that we could go on stage because of the laryngitis. We were in San Diego last night, and we sang just a little too much, you know. And we can't sing tonight, but I'm going to try. We hope you appreciate what we can do for you. We can't do too much, but I tell you what, the Tennessee 2 have a brand new instrumental they're going to do for you, for one thing. And we're going to be around until Town Hall party is over with, for sure. Doing our best for you. We hope you enjoy some of it. We'd like to try. Well, thank you. We'd like to try one we had out on Sun called Goodbye, Little Darling. You ready to listen to me? Goodbye, little darling, we're parting. Parting don't always mean goodbye. Although we have to part, you're always in my heart. Goodbye, little darling, goodbye. Goodbye, little darling, I'll miss you. Miss you like the stars would miss the sky. I hate to see you go. I'm gonna miss you so. Goodbye, little darling, goodbye. The clouds had a cover up a clear blue sky, and the tears that I cried for that woman are gonna flood you, big river, and I'm gonna sit right here until I die. I met her accidentally in St. Paul, Minnesota, and it tore me up every time I heard her drawl, southern drawl. Then I heard my dream went back downstream, cavorting in Davenport, and I followed you, big river, when you called. Hey, get rhythm when you get the blues. Come on, get a rhythm when you get the blues. Get a rock and roll feeling in your bones, the taps on your toes, and get gone, get a rhythm when you get the blues. Well, I sat and listened to the shoeshine boy, and I thought I was gonna jump with joy. Slapped on the shoe polish left and right. He took his shoeshine rag and held it tight. He stopped once to wipe the sweat away. I said, "You mighty little boy to be working that way." He said, "I like it," with a big wide grin. Kept on a popping and he said again, "Get rhythm. When you get the blues, come on, get rhythm. When you get the blues, well, a jumper rhythm makes you feel so fine. It'll shake all your trouble from your worried mind. Get rhythm when you get the blues. Thank you very much. Sure are nice. We sure appreciate that. We'd like to get Luther and Marshall to do a song for you, an instrumental. They've got a brand new record coming out on Columbia label. I believe it's on Columbia, isn't it? Or Spider Monkey. Blue Hen label. Not Blue Hen. I don't Blue Hen. I know you've probably met the Tennessee two, Luther Perkins and Marshall Graham. This is one side of their new record called Bandana. Thank you very much. I think that's fine. Isn't that fine? I think it is. Real proud of them. Real good. We've got a new record out about January 10th or 15th we'd like to do for you now. This is a recitation. One side of the record is called Going to Memphis. We'd like to dedicate that one to everybody from Tennessee. We'll probably do it a little bit later on tonight if we can suck enough lemon. This side is the story, a beautiful story, about the love of a mother for a young son. Very poor mother, and an old harp that had been in the family for years. It's called the Harp Weaver. Once my mother told me when I was knee-high, "Son, you'll need clothes this winter. Not a rag have I." There's not a thing in this house to make a boy's breeches. I don't even have scissors for the cloth or thread for the stitches. There's nothing in this house but a half a loaf of rye and that old family harp of ours that no one will buy. And she started to cry. I guess it's lucky for me that your daddy's in the ground and can't see the way I let his boy go around. Well, that was in the late fall, and when wintertime came, I didn't have a pair of breeches or a shirt to my name. But my mother said, son, come climb on my lap and I'll warm those skinny little legs while you take a nap. And we'd rock back and forth to a Mother Goose rhyme, and boy, we were happy for about an hour's time. I've heard it said that that year the winter was very bad. I know we sat on the floor because we burned what chairs we had, except for one chair that Mother couldn't break, and that old family harp of ours that no one would take. Well, one night I was sick with a cold and my mother sang me to sleep, and when she laid me on the floor, I thought I heard her weep, but then I saw her sitting in that one good chair, and the light was shining on her from, I couldn't tell where. But she looked 18 years old and not a day older. And there was that old harp leaning on her shoulder. Well, she began to play that harp, and her hands moved rapidly. Then threads ran through the harp strings from somewhere that I couldn't see. Then all colored threads began to glide right through my mother's hands. I saw the thread turn into cloth, and I watched the cloth expand. And she wove a boy's jacket, and when it was done, she laid it on the floor and wove another one. She wove a long red coat, and what a sight to see. That coat's for a king, I said, it couldn't be for me. She wove a pair of breeches, and quicker than that, she wove a pair of boots and a little woolen hat. She wove a pair of mittens, she wove a little blouse. She wove all night long in that cold, barren house. And she sang while she worked, and the harp strings spoke. But her voice never faltered, and the thread never broke. But when I awoke, there sat my mother with that harp against her shoulder, looking 18 years old and not a day older. A smile on her lips and a light around her head. But her hands were on the harp strings, frozen dead. But on the floor beside her, piled 6 feet high, were clothes good enough for a king, just my size.
Johnny Cash.